Panther Ranger.
Hey YouTube, Panther Ranger here. Today I am back with a review of the Marvel Legends Ravager Thor from the movie Thor Love and Thunder. But before we get him out of the packaging, let's talk about the packaging. As you can see, he's in his standard packaging. And you have the Marvel Legends logo on top. And here you have the amazing Thor Love and Thunder movie logo right here. And you have the character name right there. And there's the amazing Hasbro logo. And on the side of the packaging, you see an artwork of Thor getting ready for battle. And on the back of the box, you see amazing artwork of Thor's final attack, I would say. And you have the Marvel Legends logo on top. And there is a description of the character in multiple languages. If you want to read it, just pause the video if you like. And this figure also comes with a BIF piece. And this is a part of the Korg Build-A-Figure wave. So here are the figures that you come in this wave in order to build Korg. And on the side of this box you see Thor holding his weapon. Amazing artwork. It's the same image, but it's probably mirrored the one right here. And on top you have the amazing fractured Mjolnir, I would say. But it's nicely spot varnished. And on the bottom you don't see nothing much except for UPC and stuff like that. Enough talking about the packaging. Let's get him out. Alright, here he is out of the packaging. Yes. But before we talk about the figure, let's talk about the accessories. So why don't we move him out of the way and let's look at the accessories. Now looking at the accessories, he does come with a few. Actually, two, actually. So let's talk about his first accessory, his signature weapon, the Stormbreaker, which is also a combination of an axe and a hammer. I mean, I do think they did a good job. I really like the gunmetal gray, actually. Let's move so that you can get a closer look. There you go. Actually, this is amazingly painted well. And I really like how they, used the handle, it's sculpted very well, and there is a lot of detail in the handle. And the silver is really painted well, I should say. Or it's maybe gunmetal gray. But otherwise this is a nice accessory to have, actually. This is actually a amazingly designed weapon, I should say. And now moving on to the next accessory, his Build-A-Figure piece. This is actually Korg's left arm, actually. And this is actually sculpted very well. The gray is painted well. It's a really nice gray, actually. Even this gauntlet, I should say, is sculpted very well. The brown, even the silver is also nicely painted also. Enough talking about the accessories, let's talk about the main focus. That's the figure. Now looking at the figure, I do think they did a good job with the face sculpt. It's really amazing, the eyes, I mean the scar on his right eye, it's I don't know if you could see that. I think I should probably zoom in closely. But the face sculpt is amazing. They got the beard. They got everything right. I do think this is a good likeness to Chris Hemsworth, who played Thor. And this is how he should actually look. I mean, this is what a person should look like in action figure form. The hair is sculpted really well. I mean, there's a lot of detail in the hair. It looks very realistic. I like the highlights and it's painted very well. It really does remind me of actual hair. And looking at the muscles, actually, it's sculpted very well. Even the skin tone is also painted well. I mean, the veins are also detailed. I wish they would have painted it a little bit to make it a little more realistic though. But otherwise, they look good. The vest looks really amazing, actually. The red is painted well. Even black also. This looks like an actual vest. Even the shirt has a lot of detail also. If you can take it off, actually this looks a little bit. But I'm not gonna take it off right now, I just want. But on the back of his vest, it's painted well. The silver is nicely painted, I should say. Even the pants are also painted very well. Even the boots, along with the straps around his legs, it's really amazing. Everything about this figure is painted so well. Even his belt also, it's a really nice gold. Even the brown is also nicely, you know, it's nicely painted, I should say. Enough talking, so let's move on to articulation. As for articulation, you can rotate his head a little bit. I mean, like, his hair is kind of hindering when getting, like, you know, the 360 view. You can move his head up and down. Like I said, the hair is, like, you know, hindering. But you can rotate his, like, arms 360s also. And you get amazing, like, you know, arm movement. And there is also, like, pinless, double elbow jointed arms, actually. Wow, that's amazing. And his, like, biceps also rotate 360s. And there is, like, you know, wrist rotation. And you can, like, you know, get his hands to move side to side. Wow, that's really amazing. And you can get his legs to move up, move back. And there is thigh rotation on both sides. And it's also in 360. And you have double jointed knees, pinless. Wow, that's really amazing. You can do that, actually. And there is amazing ankle pivoting on both feet. And his feet can go up and down also. Like that. Wow, that's the articulation. And now to measure out this figure, just a second. Come on. And you also can, oh, come on. And his, like, you know, before I move on to the size comparison, you can get his, like, you know, Stormbreaker to, you know, it's kind of hard to do, but anyway, let's find a way to, come on. Anyway, let's forget about it, like. Now let's move on to the size comparisons for the other Marvel Legends figures. And to measure out the figure, he stands at about, like, close to the 7 inches range, so he's kind of a pretty tall figure. And let's bring out the figures to compare him with. First we have the Marvel Legends Integrated Suit Spider-Man from No Way Home. As you can see, Thor is a bit taller, but he still scales well with Spider-Man. Next we have the Yellow Jacket Spider-Man from the Homecoming 2-pack with MJ. As you can see, Thor is obviously taller than Spider-Man. Next we have MJ next to Thor. As you can see, like, you know, Thor is taller and MJ is a little bit shorter. Next we have Kate Bishop from the Disney Plus wave. As you can see, she's a little bit shorter than Thor. Next we have the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dino Thunder White Ranger next to Thor. As you can see, he's a little bit shorter than Thor. Finally, we have the Star Wars Black Series Rey. As you can see, Rey is, like, a little bit shorter. I would say so much shorter than Thor. But they do scale well though. Overall, I give this Ravager Thor figure a solid 10 out of 10. So what I like about the figure is the amount of accessories that he has. Of course, like, you know, his signature weapon. But most of all, the articulation and the Chris Hemsworth likeness. Like, this figure has a lot of detail. The muscles look so, like, realistic. And, like, his hair reminds me of actual hair. So this is definitely a solid 10 out of 10. And that is my review of the Marvel Legends Ravager Thor from the movie Thor Love and Thunder. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, share this with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can stay up to date on my upcoming videos. And I will see you again in another video. Hope you have a marvelous day.